Hi, I'm Jack Martin.
I'm Charlie Farrugia.
Hi, I'm Sebastian Gurciullo.
Hi, I'm Bourke.
And we're here to answer your questions for Family History Month. And the next question we've got is, I want to look at some rate records, but I'm not sure which ward the house is in as part of that council area. What should I do? Charlie, what would you say about that?
Well, the first step is to look at our website and have a look at our very useful document called Historic Homes, which contains a few pages on researching rate books, and a lot of what we're about to say is repeated in that publication.
And so specifically answer that question about wards, what would you say to that question, Sebastian?
Well, there are things like municipal directories that were produced for much of the time that rate records cover, and those municipal directories do mention the ward that a particular street was in. But sometimes it's not even necessary to know exactly which ward the property was. For instance, if there's a set of rate records for a particular year and there's, let's say, 4 volumes, you could just order all 4 volumes and have a look until you find the street. That would then give you a shortcut later on. Once you find that it is in a particular ward, you could then order the correct volume for subsequent years or previous years.
And having used both municipal directories and you having used rate records, I can tell you it's quite, even if the boundaries of a ward are given in the municipal directory, it's still quite a bit of work to sort of scope out what the edges of that boundary are and find whether your street is inside them. And you can get lucky with some rate records too. They might have an index to streets, which straight away will tell you whether you're looking at the right record or not. So having got there, there's maybe a few hints and tips, Lauren, about using those records and finding what you want.
Yeah, so once you've located your property in 1 year of the rate books, you'll often find that in subsequent years or previous years, if you're working backwards, you'll find that property on the same page, if it's on page 61 or somewhere around that page. So that can be that can make things a little bit quicker when you're ordering up the volumes and quickly trying to find the property. Also taking note that street numbers often changed over time. So you can't always guarantee that the number that the property is today is what it would have been previously in the rate book. So it's always important once you do locate it to take note each year that you're going through the books of the neighbours either side. That'll help you track the record back and see if there's been a number change over time. And there's lots of other pieces of information in the rate book that can help you with learning more about the property, like the amount that the property was rated for. If it changes from 1 year to the next, that gives you an indication that perhaps the property has either been destroyed and rebuilt or it's been extended. So that can help you date your property if that's what you're trying to do.
And you were mentioning to me just before that you can even get the occupier as well as the owner sometimes in some sets of rate books, if you're lucky.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Some municipalities would record the name of the owner as well as the names of the occupiers if they were tenants, and also their occupations sometimes, and basic descriptions of the buildings. So you can sometimes get descriptions like a 5-roomed weatherboard house. So again, that can help you date the property that you're researching if it's a house that you're living in today, wanting to learn more about.
So heaps of great information in rate records, and you probably don't need to know the ward to forge on ahead and look at them. That's all from us on rate records. Thanks for listening and goodbye for now.
Bye.
Bye.